All right, so CFD trading has caught your eye, and you're wondering if FXNovus is the broker to go with in 2024.
A lot of buzz around these guys.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of articles and reviews here, and we're going to deep dive into them. And hopefully by the end, you'll know if FXNovus is right for you.
Sounds good.
So tell me what jumps out at you when you look at FXNovus.
Well, they're pretty new to the scene, right? Founded in 2020, but already making a name for themselves. Commission-free trading, diverse portfolio of assets. Seems like they're onto something.
Yeah, that no commission thing really catches the eye, doesn't it?
For sure.
But we need to dig deeper. I mean, what's the catch, right? There are always costs involved.
Absolutely. No commission usually means they're making their money on the spreads.
Right, the difference between the buy and sell price.
Exactly. So the question is, how do FXNovus's spreads compare to other brokers, particularly for those more exotic currency pairs they're advertising?
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can find that info. Okay, so let's back up a sec. For anyone who's not familiar with FXNovus, give us the quick rundown.
Sure.
They're a CFD broker regulated by the South African FSCA, so at least there's some security there.
Right.
And they're offering CFDs on over 160 different instruments.
Wow.
Including Forex stocks, indices, commodities, and even crypto.
That's a pretty wide range.
It is.
And that's what's really interesting to me. They seem to be going after both new and experienced traders.
Yeah. How so?
Well, you've got the commission-free structure, which is usually a big draw for beginners.
Sure.
But then they're also offering leverage up to 1.40, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
Definitely more suited for those seasoned traders who know how to handle that kind of risk.
It does seem like a bit of a mixed message,
Like,
right?
a little bit, yeah.
Like, who are they really trying to attract?
Good question.
Maybe their account structure will shed some light on that.
Could be.
They have 5 different account types. Classic, silver, gold, platinum, and VIP.
Okay.
What do we know about the differences between those?
The reviews we have don't go into a ton of detail.
Okay.
But it looks like those higher tier accounts get perks, like tighter spreads, dedicated account managers, and maybe even some advanced trading tools.
Okay, so the more you invest, the better the experience.
Basically. Yeah.
Darn it.
It'll be interesting to see how much better, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can dig up some more specifics.
Agreed.
Okay, let's move on to their trading platform. It's all browser-based, a web trader platform, they call it.
Makes sense.
Accessible on mobile, desktop, and tablet. So at least it seems pretty flexible.
Yeah, that's becoming pretty standard these days. The key is how good the platform actually is.
Right. What kind of functionality does it have?
Exactly. They mentioned real-time analytics, advanced charting technical indicators, risk management tools like stop loss and take profit orders.
Okay, but how do those tools stack up against the competition? That's what we need to find out.
Totally. And are there any limitations?
Right. Like, are there any hidden features or annoying limitations that they don't mention in the marketing materials?
Exactly. You got to read the fine print.
I'm curious about their charting capabilities specifically. Do they offer any unique indicators or drawing tools? And how customizable is the whole thing?
Yeah, good questions.
Speaking of user experience, let's not forget about customer support.
Oh, yeah, crucial.
They offer support 5 days a week via email, phone, and live chat.
Oh,
But did you notice they don't mention anything about weekend support?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that's a big deal, especially for anyone trading crypto.
Huge. Yeah. Crypto doesn't sleep, right?
Exactly. It trades 24/7. So it makes me wonder how serious they are about catering to crypto traders.
Yeah, even though they do offer CFDs on Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Right. So we're getting this picture of FXNovus as a bit of a hybrid,
I see that.
appealing to both beginners with that commission-free model and ease of use, but also trying to attract more seasoned traders with high leverage and those tiered accounts.
It makes you wonder if they can really do both well.
Right. Are they spreading themselves too thin? Or can they actually cater to both types of traders effectively?
We'll have to see as we dig deeper.
All right, let's move on to their specific asset offerings and see if that gives us any more clues.
Sounds good to me. So Forex first. They say they've got over 45 currency pairs, including some exotics.
Okay, but how about the specifics, right? Which pairs exactly? And what are the trading conditions like?
Yeah, good point.
Did any of these sources mention the spreads for those exotic pairs? Because that's where they can really get you.
Not really. They just say competitive spreads. But without any numbers, it's tough to know what that actually means.
So we'd have to check their website or maybe a demo account.
Yeah, to get the real story.
Not very transparent.
Not ideal.
Okay, moving on to stocks. I see they offer CFDs on global stocks, including big names like Apple and Tesla.
But what about the rest of the market? Are they just focusing on those big U.S. companies?
Yeah. And how about international markets?
Right. And even more important, what are the overnight financing charges like for holding those stock CFD positions?
Yeah, those fees can add up.
Definitely something to watch out for.
Easy to overlook.
For sure.
Okay, indices. I know they mentioned the NASDAQ and FTSE 100, but is that all they offer?
Seems like they're sticking to the major ones.
Which is fine, I guess. Gives you exposure to the broader market.
Yeah, less picking and choosing individual stocks.
But again, what are the costs for these index CFDs, fixed or variable spreads, margin requirements? Any of that mentioned?
Not that I saw.
It's frustrating, like they're avoiding giving us the real details.
Maybe they don't want us comparing them to the competition too easily.
Could be. Okay, commodities. What's the situation there?
They've got a decent selection, it seems. Precious metals like gold and silver, energies like oil and natural gas,
Okay.
but no agricultural commodities, which is a bit strange.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want to cover that sector too, given how important it is.
Right? Maybe they're just playing it safe, sticking to the more popular commodities.
The ones with higher trading volume?
Could be.
All right, and finally, crypto. They're offering CFDs on Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously.
Of course.
But what about other altcoins?
Good question.
And even more important, what are the leverage limits for those crypto CFDs?
Yeah, because given how volatile crypto is, I doubt they're offering the full 1.400 leverage on those.
Right. That would be insane.
Super risky.
They're definitely being cagey about some of these details.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what they're hiding.
Agreed. Transparency is so important in this industry.
Absolutely. Builds trust.
Lets traders make informed decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have a general idea of their asset offerings, but we're still missing some crucial details about trading conditions and costs.
For sure.
Maybe their account structure will give us some more insights.
Let's hope so.
Let's dig into those different account tiers and see what perks and benefits they come with.
Yeah, maybe that will give us a better idea of who they're targeting and what kind of trading experience they're going for.
Right, let's try to unpack their strategy here. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground about FXNovus, what they offer, what we know about them, but what's it actually like to use their platform?
Yeah, that's the real test.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what the user reviews have to say.
Okay.
See if they match up with what we've learned so far.
Right, and especially those areas where the info was a bit vague.
Exactly, like the spreads for those exotic pairs, or how good those analytical tools really are.
Totally. Let's dive in.
Okay, so what are users loving about FXNovus?
Well, one thing that comes up again and again is how easy their platform is to use.
Okay.
Especially beginners seem to really appreciate that.
Makes sense.
They talk about the intuitive interface and how well it works across different devices.
So it's not just marketing hype, it actually delivers on that ease of use.
Seems that way, yeah.
What else?
As you might expect, that commission-free trading structure is a big hit.
Of course.
People see it as a way to save money and potentially boost their profits.
Makes sense. But some of the more experienced traders do point out that you have to factor in those spreads.
Right. Those can vary depending on what you're trading and the market conditions.
Absolutely. So commission-free doesn't necessarily mean cheap. Did any of the reviews actually give specifics about those spreads, especially for the exotics?
Not really. It's mostly just general comments about the variety of assets, but not much detail on the costs involved.
So same stories with our research.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, let's flip the script. What are some of the complaints people have?
The most common one is about the lack of educational resources.
Okay.
A lot of beginners feel like FXNovus doesn't give them enough guidance to get started.
Yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme. They assume a certain level of knowledge.
Right, which not everyone has.
Did anyone mention specific areas where they felt the education was lacking?
Yeah, several people said they wish there were more in-depth tutorials on the platform's tools.
Like the charting and the technical indicators.
Exactly. And also some more guidance on developing trading strategies and managing risk.
So they give you the tools but not the instruction manual?
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Okay, how about customer support? Any insights there?
It's a mixed bag. Some people say the support team is great during business hours, professional and responsive.
Okay.
But there are quite a few complaints about the lack of weekend support.
Especially from the crypto traders, I think.
You guessed it.
Yeah.
Since crypto trades 24/7?
It's a pretty big oversight, especially if they're trying to attract that segment of traders.
Definitely seems like a missed opportunity.
And were there any other issues people reported?
A few people mentioned technical glitches with the platform.
Oh, no.
Especially when the market is really volatile.
Uh-oh.
Things like slow loading times or even temporary outages.
That's a nightmare. When you need to execute a trade fast.
For sure, yeah.
So reliability might be a concern.
Potentially. Yeah. Especially at those critical moments.
Okay, so overall, the user reviews are a mixed bag.
Yeah, definitely some pros and cons to weigh.
There's good stuff about the platform being easy to use and commission-free trading,
Right.
but also concerns about the lack of education, limited support hours, and those occasional tech issues.
Yeah, it's a balancing act.
Based on everything we've learned, who do you think FXNovus would be a good fit for?
Hmm. I think experienced traders who are comfortable with a web-based platform and really prioritize low costs.
Okay.
That probably like the platform's simplicity, the wide range of assets, and obviously the fact that there are no commissions.
But they'll need to be okay with figuring things out on their own.
Yeah, and comfortable with the occasional technical glitch.
And not need support on the weekends.
Exactly. On the other hand, beginners who need more hand-holding and those who are very active in crypto should probably look elsewhere.
It sounds like FXNovus still has some work to do.
They do. But for a relatively new player, they've definitely made an impact.
And it'll be interesting to see how they develop.
For sure. Will they try to keep catering to everyone or focus on a specific niche?
Only time will tell.
Indeed.
Well, we've given you the rundown on FXNovus, the good, the bad, and the maybe not so great.
We tried to cover it all.
Now it's up to you to decide if they're the right broker for you.
Right. Do your research, consider your needs.
And as always, happy trading.